Have you ever felt completely exhausted, yet your brain is racing too fast to actually fall asleep? It is a specific kind of modern fatigue, where your body demands rest, but your nervous system refuses to power down. If that sounds familiar, you are in the majority. Surveys show that up to 90% of employees report experiencing this exact state of chronic stress every single day. That feeling originates here, in the HPA axis. This is the communication network linking the hypothalamus and pituitary gland in your brain directly to the adrenal glands sitting on top of your kidneys. When your brain senses a threat, it uses this axis to signal your adrenals to release the stress hormone, cortisol. This state of high alert is a physical survival mechanism. Your system is functioning exactly as designed, but it is currently trapped in a loop of perceived danger. This chart shows a healthy 24-hour cortisol curve. Notice the sharp spike right after you wake up. That is your body's built-in alarm clock. From there, it follows a smooth, gradual decline all the way into the night, preparing you for sleep. Modern life disrupts that drop. Every push notification, every stressful email, and even highly processed meals act as micro-stressors. Your brain interprets them as threats, forcing the adrenal glands to pump out more cortisol. Over the afternoon and evening, those constant spikes flatten the natural curve into a sustained high-level plateau. Constant sympathetic activation keeps your biological resources dedicated to a perceived threat. This prevents the body from switching into the parasympathetic mode, or rest and digest state, required for deep cellular repair and the clearing of metabolic waste. Getting out of this state requires active management. You have to intentionally guide your body back into a restorative rhythm through a highly structured 24-hour routine. Human biology is programmed for a cortisol peak roughly 30 to 45 minutes after you wake up. Pouring heavy doses of caffeine or sugar into your system on an empty stomach during this specific window hits your bloodstream like a shockwave. It amplifies that natural morning surge, triggering jitters, anxiety, and an increase in food noise throughout the day. Instead of reaching for an artificial stimulant, you can metabolize that natural morning energy with moderate physical movement. Rhythmic exercise burns off the excess cortisol, putting that hormone to work how your body intended. A healthy morning routine actively clears that initial chemical surge, giving you a stable baseline to start the day. By the time noon rolls around, the pressure of a typical workday causes stress to biologically compound. To stop that cortisol buildup, you need an active intervention. A 20-minute connection with nature removes the barrage of social media and unrelated stimuli that keep the HPA axis active. By cutting off these inputs, the brain begins to lower cortisol production. Researchers at Harvard found that the most significant drop in stress hormones occurs within that specific 20-minute window. The food you consume provides a second set of biological signals to your nervous system through the gut-brain axis. Eating complex carbohydrates and fermented foods supports the health of your microbiome. This is crucial because 95% of your body's serotonin, a key mood-stabilizing chemical, is produced directly in your gut. Stepping away from your screen and choosing whole, nutrient-dense foods act as physical circuit breakers. They stop the accumulation of midday stress before it spirals out of control. As evening approaches, your cortisol must plummet to its absolute minimum. That drop is the required signal for your body's cellular repair mechanisms to activate. You can force this transition by physically stimulating the vagus nerve. Practices like somatic breathing and mindfulness send a mechanical safety signal straight to your brain, lowering your heart rate and turning off the physical stress response. You also need to manage light exposure, implementing a digital sunset. A strict 2 hours of screen-free time before bed prevents the blue light from your devices from suppressing your natural melatonin production. This wind-down protocol is a mandatory biological transition. It moves your body from active, alert defense into deep recovery. The final step is getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep. This acts as the daily reset button for your entire nervous system. This chart illustrates the chemical consequences of sleep deprivation. On the left, adenosine, a compound built up during wakefulness, sells past a danger threshold, impairing cognitive function. On the right, GABA, the primary neurotransmitter promoting relaxation, plummets to near empty. Without a full night of sleep to clear out the adenosine and replenish the GABA, you wake up the next morning with elevated cortisol. You begin your day at a severe biological disadvantage. The good news is found in neuroplasticity. The brain's stress loop is highly adaptable. By consistently repeating these daily safety signals, like morning movement, taking nature breaks, and digital sunsets, you physically rewire your neural pathways. A low-cortisol lifestyle does not eliminate stress. It restores your biological rhythm, ensuring that you can reliably rise to meet daily challenges and always return to a state of calm.